Josie A. I reform. This is for you. Great glory. Grain rising. Yeah. Rough. The most high rough. The most high rough. The most high rough. You can't stop. The most high rough. The most high rough. The most high rough. The most high rough. You can't stop. The most high rough. The most high rough. The most high rough. The most high rough. You can't stop. The most high rough. Genesis 15:13 indenture. It was divine capture that our people had to endure. 83 has no future, no measure for their pasture. The blessing is fisher, the culture vultures fracture. No departure for the rapture, reality is rupture. Got the title no structure, the first of them is not sure, but the last of us is the treasure, yeah. They thought their deeds were obscure, the actions they got you. And confusion, her voice was the only thing to usher. Now feel the full wrath of oppression. You can't stop the most high love. The most high love. The most high love. The most high rough, you can't stop. The most high rough, the most high rough, the most high rough, the most high rough, you can't stop. The most high rough, the most high rough, the most high rough, the most high rough, you can't stop. The most high rough. Shows with us nature, the rituals useless gesture. We are the same creature, we worship by nature. For hundreds of torture, it was a great adventure. They want to be us by twisting our holy scripture. Changing the procedure, forging our signature. Even in wishes of nature, want none of our mixture. Now everyone wants to sever the pleasure. That's why we say, you cannot stop the most high love. The most high love. The most high love. The most high rough, you can't stop. The most high rough, the most high rough, the most high rough, the most high rough, you can't stop. The most high rough, the most high rough, the most high rough, the most high rough, you can't stop. The most high rough. Church was got you with the mature, pass so mature. The rhythm was manicure, the sermon was a pedicure. The blessing was secure, we were considering impure. We were considering impure, the curse of heavenly creature. Eyes filled with aperture, fears rendered them insecure. Prophecies are not manure, words heal and also endure. What's it waiting and any three, no one's could ever conjure. That's right, we see, you can't stop the most high love. The most high love. The most high love. The most high rough, you can't stop. The most high rough, the most high rough, the most high rough, the most high rough, you can't stop. The most high rough, the most high rough, the most high rough, the most high rough, you can't stop. The most high rough, you can't stop it, you can't hide it, you can't avoid it, you can't escape it, you can't stop it. You can't hide it, you can't avoid it, you can't escape it, you can't stop it, you can't hide it, you can't avoid it, you can't escape it, you can't stop it, you can't hide, you can't avoid it, no, you can't stop. The most high rough, the most high rough, the most high rough. Rough, the most high rough, yeah, rough, the most high rough, rough, the most high rough, rough, the most high rough, yeah, rough, the most high rough, you can rough, the most high rough, rough, the most high rough, yeah, rough, the most high rough, oh, rough, the most high rough, you can rough, the most high rough, 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 yeah, rough, the most high rough, rough, the most high rough. Rock the most high rough, yeah, rock the most high rough, you can't stop the most high rock the most high rough, yeah, rock the most high rough, oh, rock the most high rough, you can't stop the most high rough, on the rock, 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 stop, and the most I bring wrath. You can stop. You can't stop, can't stop. No more size. Rob, yeah. You can stop. Watch out. Whoa. Let go of my way.
We turn now to the wildfires exploding in the southwest and the state of emergency in Arizona. The tunnel fire burning through more than 20,000 acres. Kaylee Martong has the latest.
Whoa. Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Trust in your word, waiting on the majesty. Keep the command, make sure he ain't mad at me. He opened our eyes, all but we glad to see. He sending floods and fire. Tornadoes and earthquakes is coming alive. He sit in the place, will you survive? He saw it fall to Jacob on the ride. We got the most out. 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 Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the command, make sure he ain't mad at me. Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the command, make sure he ain't mad at me. We got the most out. We got the spirit of Joseph, for famine is coming. I hope you prepared. He about to seal everybody that's in. The Israelites waking up out of the dead. The prophets wrote about it, how can we hear? Protected by the Father, why should we fear? Psalm 91 is all in my head. Acts 1 and 6, we almost there. This is the season, pray without season. Judging the herb, about to take out the Eden. 400 years we've been struggling, breathing. Going back home, this time we ain't leaving. Devil is man making war with the saints. Put that in our temple, he know that we ain't. Trusting this system, we know that we can't. Babylon falling and starting to stink like yeah. We know Messiah is coming in. Destruction is coming, feel it in the air. We got the most high, so why should we fear? Keep the commandments, salvation is near. War without father, our father, they dead. If you live in wicked, then he will not spare. We blow the trumpet, hoping that you will. We blow the trumpet, hoping that you will. Look at the tragedy, trust in your word. Waiting on the majesty, keep the command. Make sure he ain't mad at me. He opened our eyes, all but we glad to see. He sending floods and fire. Tornadoes and earthquakes is coming alive. He sit in the place, will you survive? He saw it fall to Jacob on the ride. We got the most out. 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 Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the command, make sure he ain't mad at me. Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the command, make sure he ain't mad at me. We got the most out. Time is ticking, Messiah is coming. Look at the wicked, they about to get punished. You saw the children of Israel. Messiah is dragging us out of this hell. He's sending them players, but he gon' protect us. Michael was standing up, he won't neglect us. He threw us away, but he about to catch us. Recompense, they getting extra. He made a promise to Abraham. Fulfilling his word, we seeing it now. That place where they serve, I'm taking it down. He about to free everybody that's bound. Why they awaken the wrath for the Father? He sending famines and he sending lava. All but we know that nobody can stop you. They not repenting like you ain't the problem. Look at the tragedy, trust in your word. Waiting on the majesty, keep the command. Make sure he ain't mad at me. He opened our eyes, all but we glad to see. He sending floods and fire. Tornadoes and earthquakes is coming alive. He sit in the place, will you survive? He saw it fall to Jacob on the ride. We got the most out. 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 Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the command, make sure he ain't mad at me. Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the command, make sure he ain't mad at me. We got the most out.
All praises to the Most High. Indeed, we do have the Most High. We understand our heritage. We understand our lands. We're not here to bring hate, because that is what the heathens have done. We're here to bring ourselves righteousness for our Father's sake. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Now that the heathens are speaking peace, sudden destruction comes like a thief in the night. This is the calamity and the consummation of our time. The world has sat here and lied and lied and lied and lied. They think that because they seemingly still have some rulership, although it is fleeting, they think that they still have some way of beating the Most High. They think that our people are still high, still without any type of understanding, still without any type of wisdom. When we can clearly see that these people that say they are but are not to be. To be or not to be, is that their question? Do they have the ability to even have any answers at this point? The world, or I should say, people get upset. This world gets upset at us. They want us to be everything but who we are. They think that when we come and we stand in boldness and greatness, speaking words of wisdom, we have let them be. They think that we don't know what we're saying. However, it is very clear that the world has gone insane. The 12th woe is upon these people, and rightfully so, because as we know, our Father has loved us, his people, not this spiritual Israel, not this Israeli, not these Christianity, not these heathen of madness, of insanity. These people out here today are not for you and me. And when we come on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're speaking to our mishpachah and we're edifying our nation. We're not here trying to play games talking about, camp Asians. We're not talking about alliterations. We're talking about our nation, Yasharel. We're talking about our lands, Yasharel, Zion. We're bringing forth the righteousness that we seek because so many people are weak. They're weak. They're still trying to act like they are us, meaning Yasharel, but they all are talking Christianity and stupidity of a hell. We know that we're not like them. We can see this, like everything has changed. And again, I'm not sitting here trying to make people upset at our gains. What I'm saying is that we are the continental Yasharel. There's no Assyrian people who are Yasharel. There's no African people who are Yasharel. Oh, could be, but very few indeed. There's not many. There's not. Majority of us are over here. Why? Because prophecy dictates it. Who's coming back to remembrance? Who's standing in boldness? Who's speaking out against the heathen? Are they in Europe doing this? Maybe. I don't know. Are they in droves like us? No. In Africa? I don't believe so.
They're too busy trying to tell us that we're them, that Ham is we and they are Shem. We are people by characteristics. That's how you know who it is. That's how prophecy dictates its people. We're not out here trying to make people believe us. I could care less. What I and Sly are here to do is just edify you. That's it. You know, that's it. So when I hear peace, peace, I know sudden destruction comes. I know that these people are being undone. I can see, what's that dude's name? Tucker Carlson and Huckabee out here trying to make it seem like they still have something up their sleeve to make themselves be better than you and me. No. This world will bow at our knees and worship there too. That's prophecy through and MF through. Nobody's going to stop the time. Can't nobody do that. Matter of fact, it's speeding up. And that's a fact. All these people out here trying to circumvent what is to come. And that is the Most High's wrath upon them for what they've done to his sons and his daughters of Zion. Not this, oh, well, you're a Zionist. What the hell does that mean? Oh, well, I'm Israeli. What the hell does that mean? All that is today is all about us, proximity to us. It's always been that way. And we know this. We can see it, even though they won't say it. But hey, that's their problem. It's all personal problems because the nations of the heathens shall be judged. Just like we were. Just like Yasharel was. Both northern and southern combined. So at this time of our awakening, who else is awakening? What other people are awakening? I got Ham on my Taka tick talking madness about, oh, you ain't got to do this, you ain't got to do that, this and that, that and this. And I'm like, well, how are you talking about any of this when you're not even us? You got people talking about, oh, well, you know, we need to go to Africa. Oh, everything stems out of Africa with no structures of ancient antiquities on it. Oh, they say, oh, it's the Egyptian pyramids. Really? Is that it? What else is there? Well, Europe's got Stonehenge there. Really? What else is there? Oh, Turkey's got a bunch of stuff. Okay, but what is there for Yasharel? I don't care about your ancient, so-called ancient structures that are in the pits of hell. I'm talking about Yasharel. I'm talking about what buildings, what structures then to now is still standing the test of time, because that's the prophecy. That's how you know who's who at this late stage in the game. That's why everybody's gone completely insane, trying to be us and trying to circumvent us from being us so that we can be them. Why? Because coveting is a sin. And who's under the law? Yasharel, of course. Who isn't under the law? All the other Gentiles and heathens alike. Christians want to fight against us, talking about Jebus of the whites, when this fella they have used this fella to go around the world to destroy, kill, and steal. But somehow he is going to thrill them into a nation, thrill them into heaven, make them be, beholden to a God of their choosing. See, we are the chosen because we speak it. We don't necessarily speak, oh, we're chosen. No, we work it. We demand it because our Father has put demands on us. He has shown us that we must obey the laws. His face is turned back to us. If his face was turned back to Ish and they're the people, why are they in such a rut? If his face was turned back to the heathen Christians, why are they in such a muck? Why are they booped up? Why is their world in such disarray? Why? What can they say today that will make them righteous? What righteous thing have they brought to their world? What? These are questions that they will not answer because they can't muster the answer. They can't muster the energy. They can't muster the frequency. They can't muster the vibration to do so. And that is why we know who we are. That's why our own individual sovereignty brings forth our nation's sovereignty, brings forth our nation's authority, brings forth our nation's morality, because we are under the law. We're the only ones that are under the law. That's why they always get us in vice. They always make us fullness of lice and lust and madness of such. That's why we sit back and we can understand the wickedness of man, and we want no more of it. We want not to work 9 to 5, to be driving here to and fro, to make money for these heathens as so. We want no more of it. We are tired of it. The vexation of the heathen is done. We are done with it. They now need to be vexed. They now need to be hexed. They now need to feel the pain and sorrow that they put our people through yesterday, today, so that we can feel and say, all praises to the Most High, our Elohim. Because the reality of our understanding is not their dream. They've sat back time and half a time lying, saying that we were them. And now here on the precipice of the exchange of situation, you think that we're going to give in? You think that you have won? Like Trump was saying, oh, we winning? Who's winning? We winning. Trump, T-Rump, T-Rump, we winning. We've won, son. And we're not doing it under the rule of the heathen's law. We're not doing it under the rule of the spiritual Israel. We're not doing it under the rule of Jebus. We're not doing it under the rule of Europeans, Africans, Asians. We're doing it under the rule of law of our father, our mother, and our brother. And everybody out here is upset at that. It's wild to me. You would think that they would say, you know what? It is so great to have Yasharel, true Yasharel, back. Because now the earth can rejoice and we can make ourselves happy in righteousness. But instead, what do? They start coming after me and you, talking about, you don't know what you're talking about. You African, you this, you that. And all we doing is saying, Father, can you get these people back so that we can have peace, so that we can have peace? Not them. We're not praying for them. We're not praying for their world. We're not praying for their lives. Father, we want our righteousness and their demise. We want our kingdom and them in disarray. Because today is our day, not theirs. They couldn't do anything right now if they wanted to. Their world has come to an end, and it's very evident today. They want to rule. Their rulership, their reign is at an end. So yes, of course, they now knocking on our door. Can we come in? Well, where are you going to come into? Do you have your oil? What is your oil? Where is your oil? Your sacks, your oil sacks are dry. Your entire lives are a lie. You will not take accountability for your forefathers' sins and mothers. Therefore, you are the end as we begin again. Because that is the beauty of Yasharel. That's the story. People go, oh, well, the story, don't worry about the story. You got to pontificate on this theology. Because this theology in spirituality, in religion, is what it's about. No, it's not. It's about Yaakov. It's about Yasharel. It's about our rise, our restoration, our salvation. That's the gospel. That's the good news. That's the story. They have done over their rule, over their reign. They have told us nothing of the story. They've taken Jacob out and put themselves in it again and again and again. They put their images, they put their dirty fingernails in it. They've lied to us to make us submit to their will. A will of vice, of wickedness. And this is just common sense. At this point in the game, if you don't have common sense, if you're not utilizing common sense to reconcile what is and what is not, that is your problem, and you are not worthwhile. You are unworthy. You are part of the group that will be cut off and destroyed because you cannot deal with the true Yasharel in their new world, the kingdom to come. As it is in heaven, as it shall be here on earth. This is the beauty. This is the gospel. This is what is worth it all. This is why we do what we do. We ain't even tripping either. We're just saying, look, we're tired. We're done. We don't care anymore. We've reached the end of your game, and your game is whack. We're tired of that. Everybody out here talking about Trump, talking about these white people like they got some higher authority, when we already know they only got authority through some theology of dominion, which I tell you, that is what men do, what these white men have done. Oh, he's talking about race. No, you brought up race. You made it about race. You created race. I'm just saying what is and what was done. So don't miss me with this nonsense. I didn't call myself black. I am of Yasharel. I'm not calling myself FBA because I am of Yasharel. I am not African American. I am Yasharel. So everybody and everything that want to sit around here and talk and sing about blacks and foundational, no, you guys got to go too. But that's okay because the Father's going to make you do it anyway. He is sanctifying his people, Yasharel. He's not sanctifying FBAs. He's not sanctifying Africans. He's not sanctifying Europeans, Asians. He's sanctifying Yasharel. And woe to the nations that stand in his way. Woe to them this day. The gnashing of teeth, sorrows will come your way, and there will be nothing you can do to get out of his way. Woe to the nations. Woe to the Blassels, the campsites, the agents. Woe to them. All their sins will be devoured and destroyed. Why? Because that's what was written. It's simple. Oh, well, you guys are talking about transliteration. You guys are talking about translations. I mean, you guys are reading the same Bible. Yes, but we have the discernment of the ages, the wisdom of our mother to help us get through it. to bring us back to remembrance. We are different than everybody else. The remnant within the remnant, the wheel within the wheel has created this with the Father's appeal, our mother's comfort, and our brother's might. And now everybody's got a fright on them. Everybody's trying to figure out how can we get close to them. Everybody's trying to be us, even though we don't want to be them. Everybody's talking about our lands like they own them. They don't. They don't. That's why he said, I will bring you down into the valley of judgment. There I will plead, judge you for what you did to my people, my heritage, Yasharel, and for parting my land. So we already know what's going down. We already know the end game. We already seen it. And the fear, the pain, and the sorrows on the people's minds today is just going to get bigger, wider, heavier, and become the white man's burden, as he proclaimed. And everybody out here all mad, talking about us, that we don't know what we're talking about, that we're upsetting the apple cart, as we should. That's why, again, as they talk about peace, I said, talk about peace, sudden destruction. Ain't no slow marinade going down. Say sudden destruction, like a thief in the night. And we give all praises to our Father for allowing us the might to fight against these heathens under the law, the statutes, and commandments, our covenant, ours. Like they want to take our covenant. Well, I'm fighting for mine. I'm fighting for mine this time. I'm not going to let it go away from me. It's in my fingers. It's about me. It's around me. It's for me. It's by me. I'm not giving it up easily. We will go to the mat. We will go to the floor. We will fight to the death for it. And people say, oh, that's rough. Yes, it is rough. Yes, it is. Because this is a rough time. Because the lies that have been said time and half a time has to come to an end. And then once it does, which it is today, right now, we get the dove to show us the way and comfort us out of the dismay of the freaking heathens. That's a beautiful thing. That's the gospel. That's why David sung. That's why David sung or sings. That's why we are who we are. That's why we are Yasharel, because we are not taking those shorts no more. We're not dealing with the heathen's hell. We're coming straight forward and straight up, straight down, because we're alive. We're not dead on the ground. You're not going to walk over us anymore. No, we abhor the heathen's mentality. And we are grateful that the Father is putting them at the knees. We're cutting them off at the knees. Like the world's got to give it up. They got to give up everything they stole. They got to give up all their lies. They're going to vomit up everything that they've done to the earth, let alone us. They can fight and lie all the way to the end, but it's not going to stop Yasharel beginning again. It's not. No, it's not. Because that's what was written. And that's the beauty of the love that our Father has given us. As we stand in boldness under our law, statutes, and commandments, who can stand against us? And we see that today. Nobody. Oh, well, you go. Black people are next. Are we next, or were we first? Right? Now these people are looking at us. They're seeing our might. They're running. They're out of sight. They don't know what is going on, and that is written. That is prophecy. These idiots, fools, for lack of not cussing them out. These people who sit around here screaming, shout about prophet, deacon, officer. These people are foolish. How are you going to be a prophet or a deacon or any of that if you don't even deal with true prophecy? How? You want to tell me about World War III? Really, though? That's what you talking about? We've been in a spiritual warfare. And we ain't going nowhere. We going to stay right here and win the war. Because we fight not against principality. We fight not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. And now we get to see them attack and possess these people. Because there's no other reason for them to be so fickle and dumb and ignorant and stupid when it comes to who we are and when it comes to righteousness. So people go, oh, well, you're zeal. You think you know someone. I don't care. Whatever you're talking about, block. Get the hell out of here. You're not worthy of our time. And that's where we are right now. Time. Our time has come. What's today? The 26th. 2 days until the alignment befalls us. The alignment of our people. The alignment of our celestial. The alignment of our ancestors. The alignment of our Elohim. This is where we come into full view. Our frequencies, our vibrations, our energies. So stay strong. Stay in the cut. Stay in the fight. Because it's going to ramp up. Because these people have never been nice. All they dealt with was vice. So you've got to know the devices that's coming against you. And as individuals, as well as the collective, we stand together, Yasharal, the remnant within the remnant, not these other people. No, not them. They're nowhere near us. And for that, we give all praises to the Most High. Shalom, 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 Brother Sly.
Grand evening, grand evening.
Yes, yes, it is.
Powerful soliloquy as usual.
All praises to the Most High.
All praises. What these heathens fail to grasp is that their lives no longer hold any power.
Mm-hmm.
Because just like the story of Balaam, what did they have to do? They had to get us to curse ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they had us in these churches. That's why they had us calling on a false, quote unquote, God or deity.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
They've been playing tricks and deceptions and misconceptions for the longest.
Mm-hmm.
But now that we can see it in its totality, the left-handed witchcraft no longer works.
Nope.
It's still the same rhetoric. Whosoever, friends, even though Mashiach said who he came for.
Mm-hmm.
Just like in the conversation we had earlier today, I couldn't imagine being a Christian and Hamashiach returns and you're sitting there looking for this leper, blonde hair, blue eyes. He comes down with an afro. That's going to be a shocker right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They'll be like, oh, you came for me? And he's going to say, well, didn't you read the book? Didn't I say I was only sent unto the lost sheep, unto the house of Israel? You didn't read that part?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but it said Abraham's seed. You didn't read the book? You mean Abraham's seed through Jacob?
Mm-hmm.
Well, my priest and my pastor and white Paul,
Mm-hmm.
they
Yep.
know. I've actually read a comment today, and you could read the wisdom being vomited up by a Christian. An Israelite said, let's break it down. Well, why do we always have to break it down? To get to the truth. They despise the truth. There's nowhere in any scripture where these heathens are promised any form of salvation. Now, notice, when it comes to the destruction of 83, when you read all of the texts, not just what they call the Bible, all of the texts, the destruction of these other nations are itemized by their nation. Persia, Rome, Greece, Egypt. Woe, destruction. Now, when it comes to salvation, it would have been really easy for the Most High to have them put salvation by nation,
Yep.
itemized. And it does not exist in any text.
None.
None. And that's a broad spectrum because we read outside of what these heathens call canonical.
That's
It
right.
doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
This is the strongest delusion that I've ever seen in my life. And on that testament is why we should fear the Most High.
Yep.
Anytime that you can have 2.8 billion people under a strong delusion and their eyes veiled, that's an Elohim everyone should fear
Everybody. Mm-hmm.
with no questions asked at all.
Mm-hmm.
So what do? We keep the covenant, we keep the faith, we repent, we pray for the destruction of our enemies. Well, you're supposed to pray for our enemies. Yeah, I do pray for my enemies. I pray for their downfall,
That's right.
like our patriarch King David.
Yep.
Remember, Psalms 83 is not just a declaration of nations. It's a prayer
Mm-hmm.
for the destruction of everyone that ever came against us.
Yep.
Now, I need to go into Isaiah chapter 34 on that note.
Come on.
Isaiah chapter 34. Come near, ye nations. So the Most High is telling these heathens to pull up.
Yep.
He's inviting these heathens. He said, come near,
Mm-hmm.
nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Most High is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. But I thought, God is all love. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. Now, these are the scriptures they don't read.
Yep.
This is why they stay in that Grecian New Testament. Verse 4, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down, and the leaf falleth from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Mhm.
It shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. The sword of the Most High is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Most High hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. And the unicorn shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Most High's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion.
That's right. And
This
what's
is
the controversy? What's the controversy? Controversy is them being us and we being them.
Exactly. Identity swap.
Yep.
Everybody wants to be us without going through the curses.
Yep.
Well, you know what? Israel, they're in Europe, all the tribes are in Africa, yet prophecy is occurring in the fourth part.
Yep.
The signs in the heavens are occurring over the fourth part.
Mm-hmm.
We know that they moved exactly. We know that the heathens moved the ancient landmarks, but one thing they could not deter was the sign in the heavens, the signs. But they told us, "Oh, that's evil. That's astrology, signs and seasons." Now, as we have this alignment coming through, these devils have ramped up their attacks. Now, how many did we have to cut up? What was it, just yesterday? I had
Mm-hmm.
15 people. I've never had to block 15 people in a day. From Blassels to Vassals, they were all through the comment section. Well, you don't have authority. The true Israelites are white because they're blush. Bringing up doctrines that have been destroyed over a decade ago. They have nothing new.
Mm-hmm.
It's not debatable. We are the people of the books.
That's right. That's right. And see, that's the thing, because everybody is jockeying for position to be Jacob. Yet during their let me say it like this: everybody's jockeying for position to be Jacob here at the end of their reign, but during their rulership, wasn't nobody Jacob. Nobody cared. No, I'm gonna say it again: nobody cared. What were they caring about? Jeebus of the whites. All they were doing was telling you and me and people and our people that you had to believe in Jesus. Nobody said, "Listen, we're Jacob, and you got to deal with the 12 tribes." Nobody. And now all of a sudden, now everybody want to be Jacob. I get it, because Jacob gets saved at the end. Jacob gets to begin again. Well, if you're not Jacob, will you begin again? No, because then you're Esau. You are the end of your world, of the heathen world. Esau's the end of the heathen world, which is fitting, which is very fitting. Because Esau's ran around and done diabolical things to his brother. He cheated his brother by going to the heathen and saying he's his brother. Hey, you see them over there? Go over there and make them and put them in dismay. Hey, them over there, go over there and give them problems. Get them to curse themselves. That's what Esau did. And so now everybody from the beginning of the heathen reign till now all propagated and perpetuated that upon Jacob. So now it only is fair. What is fair is fair. And that is that it's over. That Jacob gets to rise. Esau gets his demise. Finally, all praises to the Most High. Because people want to be upset because we're just telling the story from a Hebraic perspective. And they don't like that. The world's never like that. That's why it's been the way it has been. And all we're saying is, hey, we're no longer entangled with your sin. That's why it was so important a couple weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago, when Romy came on to explain this entanglement, because it is a duality of a thing. Everything. So as we rise, they fall. As we fell, they rise. Everything is duality. So here at the end, somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose. It is the way it is. It's duality all through and through. That's why right now we're saying, hey, we're winning. We're manifesting. We manifest our blessings back in January 10th, a year ago. And now, all of a sudden, they trying to manifest what? A blessing? Do you have a blessing for me, Father? For me? No. I've already given my blessing to Jacob. It's his turn to rule. You've had your turn. And I get it. It's painful. The exchange situation will not be agreeable to everyone. Yet, if you cleave, if you respect, if you show love to your brother, he will have your back. But you won't, because that's not what was written. And we're not going to change. We're not going to stop. We're not going to say, you know what, shoot, let Esau and his minions, let Psalms 83 continue. No, that's why everything is falling. And they don't know it yet, but maybe they do. But it's already over. It's through. There's no more control over the narrative. They've lost control of the narrative. And I know people ain't happy about that, but that's not our problem. That's not our problem. Our problem, which isn't even a problem, our whole reason at this point of being is to get to the kingdom. Like, by hook or crook. Look, I don't know what you're talking about. I can't help you, man. We're trying to get to the kingdom. I'm trying to get to the kingdom. The power is in the kingdom. The source is the kingdom. So we have to disentangle ourselves from all these heathen. Because if we don't, we won't make it to the kingdom. It's as simple as that. That's why I said, come up out of her. So you're not partakers of her plagues. He might as well have said, disentangle yourself from her. Because I'm about to plague her. Everything is duality. We are now at the point where when we go in alignment, they come out. Or they never were, but the alignment doesn't find them. If you're not worthy, you're unworthy. If you have oil, you don't have any oil. These are the dualities, the yin and yang, the situationals. It either is or is not. There's no in between. That's what they were doing to us. They were saying, yeah, there's in between. That was cursing ourselves, because now we know it is no in between. It either is or is not. And what these people have done is they said, oh, well, Ish is the people. Well, how come they can't take a DNA test? Well, because archaeology proves that they're the people. Well, how's that? Because the archaeology says that they are part of the land with Canaan. Well, wait a minute, Canaan, and you and I had this conversation earlier. They want to say Canaan and the ancient Israelites are somehow intertwined. But yet, I thought Ham was Canaan and Abraham was Shem. Oh, yeah. That's right. Well, see, if the lies of AI and the heathen have led everyone astray, then why should we listen to them today? That's the disentanglement. That's the coming up out of her. And that's why we come every week, both sides willing, to speak these things into fruition, into the ether, because we have to continue it. That's why brother Judah does what he does. It's a continuation of the ether. It's putting it out there to manifest our kingdom. And people can be mad if they want. That's not our problem. People can be African if they want. We don't care. They can be European. They can be whatever they can be, every byword under the sun. It doesn't matter, because we are Yasharel. Simple as that. Go ahead, brother. I'm sorry. Baruch Hashem, brother Slav. Baruch Hashem.
You're good, my brother. That leads right into Isaiah 14:2. And we know this precept, but it just needs to be reiterated. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Yasharel shall possess them in the land of the Most High for what? Servants and handmaids.
Khan.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
No, what 1 second. Who's been oppressed?
Well, we all been in slavery. We all been in slavery.
I mean, who's been oppressed and who's been oppressing?
My great uncle was in the slave trade, in the Barbary Coast, for like 6 weeks. He was a slave.
Mm-hmm. And see, when I say they oppressed, people in 2026 mistake that for, oh, well, we all of this. We all no. In the 20th century, because see, everybody want to be a revisionist today. In the 20th century, there was only us as the oppressed. And it was evident, as well as it was spoken. They knew they were oppressing us. Our people marched because of oppression, not because we wanted integration. We marched because we marched against oppression. So miss me with all this other madness of, oh, well, we all did this or we all did that. No. And see, Yahushua has shown us the way. He continues to be our might. That's why, that's the thing. Like, he gives us the strength. I mean, the Most High does as well, but Yahushua gives us the strength because he came here and dwelled amongst the heathen. And they murdered him. And then they made up stories and narratives of him. And they kept their whole nation in sin. And that's why they're going to be like, what? These are the people who we've had in derision and a proverb of reproach? What? Oh, my goodness. We have inherited lies from our fathers. You can see that happening now. That's why we deal with prophecy, prophecy. We're not dealing solely with history. We're not dealing solely with Christian sanity. We're not dealing with Islamic, how can I say, ilmaticness. We're dealing with prophecy for Yasharel. Simple. Jewish people do not fit any of the prophecies. I'm just putting that out there, just so it be clear who we're talking about. Them people do not fit it. Now, I got some Jewish friends and, they cool with me, but at the same time, they don't fit the prophecies that they're trying to make as themselves. It just doesn't work that way. You can't just say something that you are who you are. No, it doesn't work that way.
They fit Revelation 2:9 and 3:9 to a T.
They do that. Indeed. That's right. And that's the other thing. I know the blasphemy of those who say they are. But guess what, Yasharel? You are rich. You are rich. That's why these FBAs and these Africans and these African Americans and all this madness is looking for a payday. They're looking for money. They're looking for 31 cents on the dollar so that they can do what? Go get a freaking car and a house and make some woman, some man holler? Why? We want it all. Matter of fact, South America has all of the earth's resources, all of what the heathen wants, but they can't get to them. They stuck Argentina right there in the midst of all our people. So they could go in there and they could control it, and they put that damn dirty deity, Jeebus of the whites, on top of our people. And that's South America. But here in America, so-called, that's South Turtle Island. Here in North Turtle Island, what's going on? The awakening, the cleansing, the purging, the ability to utilize common sense under the authority and sovereignty and morality of our power, our Father, our Mother, our Brother, our Elohim. And the world's upset about that? So bad, too bad. Too bad. Because the time is ended. The time is up. It's up. Like the time is up. And we're not going back. I mean, Sly, you trying to go back to 20th century? 20th century thought processes?
Man, I'm not trying to go back to yesterday.
That's exactly, Hawk. Exactly.
I'm looking forward to the kingdom.
Yes. Every day that we wake up, that the Father barakas us with getting up, we get closer to our kingdom. And they get closer to their end. That's why everything is happening so fast. So fast. Like, bruh, these people are killing their own families. Let me get that real quick. Did I get that earlier? No. Did I do that?
Not just killing them in the most heinous ways. Like, how do you stab a baby to death, a baby that can't even crawl? We're talking like 1 year old.
Mm-hmm.
The Shadim,
the Shadim, and that's what the whole thing's about. We now get to see these people are possessed. This is and duality, humanity versus mankind. And you and I had this conversation. Mankind, what is mankind? How is mankind? That goes to ish, to kinda. What is this mankind? Well, mankind is the polluted, the tainted, what? The corrupted. That is mankind. The incorrupted is humanity. That's why the Father has allowed all this to happen, because his time is different than ours. So this is like a snap of the finger for him. But it looks like forever to us. So he let this happen because he wants to purge everything to a righteous state. So humanity is the incorruptible and mankind is the corrupted. Get that verse. What is that? What's that? Is that a Pauline? Is that some Pauline madness verse?
No, actually, you know what? I was going to pull that out because I didn't have it, because I didn't know we were going there, but I think that's in the pseudepigrapha. It's
Okay.
funny. I was about to pull it right before you said it. See, that's how
Mhm.
it works.
Yep. Yep.
Let me see if I can find it.
But that's the thing. It's about corrupt. So come up out of her. So you're not partakers of her sins. That is becoming incorruptible. That's what all again, duality, corruptible or corrupted or incorrupted. Corruptible, incorruptible. There's a duality to this all the way to the end. When there won't be any more duality because there will be what? No more sin. All praises to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High.
Yeah, the balancing of the scales are killing them. Killing them because that balance exposes, see, Aquarius, Pluto, it exposes everything. And then all that's left is what we see. All that's left is their sin. So that's how the Father purges so that we can begin. Jacob can't, he said to us, I will heal you. You will rest. I will take away your sin. He didn't say that to the whole world. He didn't say, you know what, heathens, I'm going to take away your sin at the end. No, he didn't say that. You know what, Gentiles, I'm going to take away your sin at the end because you are spiritual Israel, because you're a Christian, because you're Muslim, because you're Buddhist, because you're Hindu, because you're Judaist, a Zionist. No, he didn't say any of that. He's talking to his people. The whole book is about his people. That's why they had to separate us from it throughout their rule. But now we've come back in the regeneration. You get it, Art?
You know, we read a lot, Art. You know, I have like.
I know you do. Take your time, man. Take your time.
I know I've seen it recently where the Most High brought the earth to corruption.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The purge.
The purge.
That was all his plan. Okay. Third Maccabees.
And while you looking for that, I'm gonna read this. Unless you want to read Judith later, I was gonna read 17.
Actually, I was about to bring out Jeremiah 30:16.
Oh, okay, all right.
Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee I will give for a prey. Now, these heathens like to lie and say that this already happened in history, but they can't prove it. Because it says they can't prove it. Because all they that devour thee shall go into captivity. Not one nation.
Not one.
Not two or three nations that came against us, which means, let's say if we wasn't the people, even though we know that we are, 83 has not gone into captivity. So Jeremiah 30:16 has not happened yet. So whoever took the true Israelites, us, into derision and devoured us, they are going into chains, fetters of iron. We don't talk about that. But we don't read that part of the book. I wouldn't read it either. I would not read it either. I would stay in those epistles and in the abominable church. I hope my white Jeebus saved me.
Yep. Exactly. And that's what's going on. That's what's going on to this day. That is what is going on. They're sticking to what was written. See, and they want to use Paul like Paul's got some authority, okay? Like Paul was given authority. So they want to say, where is it? Where did I get that? They want to say, so when I'm saying corruptible and incorruptible, they want to deal with the exoteric of that. They want to deal because they can't deal with esoteric understanding. They can't deal with the duality of it, because dealing with the duality means that whatever they did do is coming back to them. So they want to say, oh, the context, because they're talking, because it's the verse is let me get to 15. It's 1 Corinthians 15:53, when he's saying, when white Paul is saying, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, that's a thief in the night, at the last trump, Donald J., for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So they're trying to utilize that as flesh and blood. But we already know we don't fight against flesh and blood, but principalities. So there's your esoteric. There's your incorrectness of the heathen, of the madness of the New Testament. But I digress. So if there is a corruption in the human body, which is mortal, subject to decay, sickness, and death, right? That will be corruptible. But it's also a mentality. So if there's a mental illness, that is a corruption. Like killing your brother Abel, that's a mental illness, right? Killing your baby, your wife, your child, mental illness, that is a corruption, a mental illness. But incorruptible refers to the resurrected, glorified body that is imperishable, eternal, and free from sin, disease, and pain. So that is a thought process, because as one thinks, one is. And they go, well, one does. But, works doesn't matter. It's only faith. So if all I'm thinking and not doing, I can never be incorruptible. I have to be doing something. What do you say, Aunt?
I did not say a word. I'm still looking for that precept, bro. I think it's in First Enoch.
Okay. So if it's incorruptible, if we take that on the macro and micro, and we just think of it philosophically, right? We can say, okay, so the corruptible has been when certain people ruled, certain people reigned, and the incorruptible is when they don't. So again, duality, disentanglement. So the incorruptible can't be with the corruptible. So this is why they are all whack. And when we get hold of our scriptures, we take them back because they're ours. We can see the esoteric. We can see the exoteric in it. We can build upon it. And we don't need them to tell us anything about it. We can do it for ourselves. You found it?
It was right here in front of my face. I knew I bookmarked it.
Go ahead,
let me just bring it out real quick.
I think, therefore I am. That's right. That's right, sis. That's right.
Okay. It is the Odes of Solomon, Ode number 22, verse 11. Incorruptible was your way in your face, and you have brought, this is speaking about the Most High. Incorruptible was your way in your face. You have brought your world to corruption, that everything might be broken and renewed. Verse 12, and the foundation of everything is your rock, and upon it you have built your kingdom. And it became the dwelling place of the holy ones. Hallelujah.
Mm-hmm.
So the Most High's plan has always been a purge.
Mm-hmm.
It was never universalism.
Nope. And that's why they get upset, because they're like, oh, well, I mean, what is this about? Why would God send his son to die for the sins of the world? Well, first of all, he didn't. He was murdered for his people, for the cause of his people. Because what did he say? If this was my turn, if it was my time, I will have wiped all of you all out, but it's not my time. So do what you're going to do. I'm just paraphrasing, but that's essentially what he was saying to them. When they were mocking and scoffing him, when the Herodians, the Khazarians, the pagans, the Romans, the heathens, the traitors, the Pharisees, the Sadducees were mocking him. That's why they do that. They try to do that now, but it's not their turn. It's his turn now. Yahushai's turn to rule. And he's bringing his people with him. And we ain't fools to these people no more. We're not fools to their foolish devices. They can't do the things that they used to do because now we're seeking incorruptibility. We don't want to be corrupted with their madness no more. Again, come up out of her so you're not partakers of her sins. That's why when they start running around talking about peace, that's our telltale sign. We are happy. We're like, yay, all praises. Come on, keep talking about peace. Keep talking about it. Mm-hmm. Because the more you talk about it, the quicker your destruction comes. Go ahead, Al.
Exactly. The book of Judith, chapter 16, verse 17. Woe to the nations that rise up against my kindred. The Most High will take vengeance on them in the day of judgment, in putting fire and worms in their flesh, and they shall feel them and weep forever. So he's saying he's going to rise up on those who went against his kindred.
What does kindred mean?
Oh, that means your brethren and your sister. Your kin is blood related. Your kinfolk. But it's not about the flesh. On a certain seed line, that's non-debatable. So he's coming to judge the nations for his people.
That's right.
Not the church. The church was the people subjugating his kindred. This is why they don't go into the history of the abominable church.
Right. That's right. That's right. And that's why when we do, everybody's in a lurch. They running around going, well, I ain't talking about the church. You guys know Paul is it. No. Stop talking about Paul, because who gave Paul the authority? Well, Jesus did. Well, who gave Jesus the authority to give Paul the authority to give you a new covenant? Like, come on, let's talk about it. Let's open that door. Oh, that's right. You did. Your Pope opened the door and now he's dead. And guess what? On his death, we were risen and we're alive. And all of that comes not at a surprise that they are coming into their demise, because we sought after our mother. Well, first we sought after our father. He turned his face back to us. Then he allowed wisdom, our mother, to come back to us and comfort us. And everybody, wisdom, the Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost ain't a woman. Oh, you're fit. Okay, bye-bye, block. Then we understood the way that our brother was moving so we could follow him. Because all of this comes to us for our win, and much to their chagrin. And that's why right now, the remnant within the remnant is building again. And we're the cornerstones. We are the pillars. That's why Africa and Eurasia is so hell-bent on trying to get us out of sorts. And it's like, you guys can't get us out of sorts. You realize that we're the pillars. We're strong. We're bold. We're righteous now.
You know what they're doing, Ak? They are trying to get us to curse ourselves by coveting the lands of Ham.
That's right.
That's exactly what they're trying to do. Like, damn, we've got to get them to curse themselves. Oh, you're an African.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come over to Africa.
Yep.
Yeah. No, we're not falling for it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We're home.
Yep. Yep. I mean, who's being raised up in Africa? Oh, stupid, hustler Umar is up here. Oh, well, you guys are talking about FBA. I'm gonna start BAFA. Not BAFA, DAFA. 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 I mean, if these people ain't the stupidest, again, Baruch, he said, Father, I understand that you got to punish us, punish your people. But Father, when will we know, when will you punish these people who have done these things to your people? When? He said, Baruch, when a stupor comes across the land. So are these people not acting stupid, walking stupid, looking stupid, being stupid? Again, what is stupidity? To be corrupted. So and I'm not beating down on these people who've been bamboozled by the system, thinking that they are he or when they are she, or they are she or when they are he. But all I'm saying is that's corrupted. That is a corruption. That is these people have shook their fist in the face of the Creator, the Most High, the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and said, you made a mistake. How bold, how ignorant, how stupid are you? And now look at them.
I remember telling a friend of mine that years ago, bro, before we even knew each other. One thing about white people, they put their sins in the face of the Most High. They're bold with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know us, we have shame. Like, man, I know I shouldn't have did that. Why did I do that? They have no shame. They proudly display their wickedness.
Mm-hmm.
They shake their hands at the Creator.
Yep. That's wild to me. That is so wild. And it's like, okay, so what have you done? You know, the Father's like, well, what have you done for me lately? Right? Isn't that a song? What have you done for me lately? Like, we can ask them that right now. What have you done for us lately? What have you done for yourself lately? Like, there's nothing they've done. And I've asked this question several times, and I've got no answers. What is one righteous thing? All I'm asking for is one righteous thing that the European has brought to the world under its rulership. One. And every time I ask that question, I always get that conversation between the Most High and Abraham. And Abraham's like, look, maybe there was 50, would you save it? He's like, if there were 50, yes. Well, how about 49? How about 49? How about one? If there was one, he was like, yes, if there's one, right? So I'm asking, because I was asking for many, but now I'm just asking for one righteous thing under the kingdom of the heathen. One. What is one? And nobody can answer, but they want to tell me about, we ain't create nothing. We ain't done nothing. We African. We this, we that. Stop telling me who I am and tell me what you've done. See?
But like, I was about to hit the censor button.
I know you. The Spirit said, don't do that. Don't say that. But at the same time, she knows that that's what I wanted to say. Because it's like, come on, people. What is one thing that anybody under the heathen rule has created that has been righteous for the whole world under its rule? And we know the answer to it, nothing. Because this has been a corrupted rulership. Why? The world was given into the hands of the wicked. And it began that way from the onset, from Cain and his lineage, all the way to, and that's another duality. How many Cains, how many Lamechs, how many Enochs, how many how many Lamechs, how many Cains, how many not Melchizedek, Methuselah. How many of these names have been out there to create dysfunction? But see, our people knew who are one Seth, our people, one Shem, our people already knew who we were. And so that's why it was so important for them to take our, to make us know more, to take the name of Israel out of existence. That's why Psalms 83 is so important to understand. It's not no future war. That war this spiritual warfare has been going on for millennia, plural. And now we're here at the end of it. All praise to the Most High. You think that he was gonna let them just continue? No. That's why we must, it's a must that we understand not to be corrupted by these heathen men and women sin. That is what this is about. That is what is coming about. That is what this, whenever I envision where we are and where we're going, all I keep seeing is to purge, get it away, move away. Yeah, I know you used to do that, but get away from that. I'm judging that. I'm judging this. Get away from that. And, look at the world. Look at the world. Is the world honestly, Yasharel understands this. The remnant within the remnant knows it's not. But be honest with yourself. Is the world going in the right direction? No, but we can fix it. How can you fix a world of sin? What are you going to do? What are you going to take all the drugs away? You're going to take all the money away? What are you going to take away people's sins, their internal thought process, the porn away? What are you going to do? How can you do it? The only way that it's going to change is a power greater than the powers that be changes it. It's as simple as that. And the only power greater than the powers that be is the Most High. Period. Go ahead, Slide. My bad.
Exactly. They refuse to face that judgment is here on them. It's like we know why they can't get it, because the Most High put spirits over them to lead them astray.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Most High keeping his word and balancing out the scales.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Nothing lasts forever, and you have to be under a strong delusion if you thought that that this madness will go on forever.
Mm-hmm. When
we can actually witness it getting worse and worse and worse.
No. What's it saying? Waxing worse.
Waxing. Exactly. The spirit in this Babylonian system is not the same spirit from 5 years ago, 10 years, 15 years ago. You can feel that the mirth, that their joy has been sucked out like in a vacuum. These people are in utter dismay and despair.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're acting that stupor. They're acting crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Committing the most heinous acts imaginable. It's like they know that they have nothing to lose. They have spirits over them, and they're just, I've never seen a time like this in my life, ever.
Ever. And what's crazy is they came out today. I got a news article, or was it a news article, or was it YouTube? It was something on the news. It was some news out of Arizona, and they just found a human meat packing place where they were, eating humans. They were bringing dead humans to dead people, taking and harvesting their meat. And I mean, this is where, like, all the things, oh, that's conspiracy. All these things that we talked about years ago, before the Mishpachah, before all of this awakening, all of these things are like, that's conspiracy, that's conspiracy. Nah, there's something wrong with this Wendy's meat, this McDonald's. How you serving a gazillion, quadrillion hamburgers a day, but ain't that many cows? That's conspiracy theory. All right, I guess. I mean, it should taste all right, but I mean, damn, I don't know how they're doing this. Don't worry about it. And then they want to fake us out with, oh, we making meat. It's fake meat. No, there's people that you're eating because these people are degenerates. Again, corruptible. These are the people who have been doing this for ages. And somehow it's now coming out to be legit. Wow. Under the rule of who? I'm sorry, it's not Jacob's rule. We're not creating human meat packing plants to kill people, because they're doing that too. Kill people, take their meat and sell it. That's madness. Mental illness.
Yo, Ak, have you ever seen the movie Parents? It's like a 1989 comedy horror film with Quaid and Mary Beth Hurt.
Yes.
It's about a 10-year-old boy who basically lives in 1950s suburban area, and basically his family his parents are cannibals. So his dad gets a job at a mortuary so he can have access to fresh human flesh. And he brings it home and they eat it. And the little boy found out at the end because he didn't know. Yeah, they put it right in their media.
Yeah, telling everybody about it, but making it a joke and funny. And that same thing is the Book of Eli. That in and of itself tells the tale. A brother, Denzel Washington, blind, trying to get through the heathens' world to be able to bring the light in their world to the heathen, even though that's not true. That's New Testament madness.
Exactly.
But the whole way through, they were eating humans. Oh, that's just Hollywood. Well, Hollywood's eating humans. They're eating children. That's what old Epstein, some Jewish fella, was doing. So, I mean, to me, I'm looking at this like, you know what? That's what. Side note. I was telling the guy I work with today. Side note. Whenever if I'm going to go out to eat, I've got to spend the money. So I don't go out to eat all the time. If I'm going to go buy meat, it's got to be quality meat. I got to go to the place where I'm seeing the meat. I got to go there and get it so that I know what I'm eating. It's just like the milk. What's that? What was that? Chub Rock? The don't drink the milk. It's spoiled. Yeah, the milk's spoiled. I got a carton of 2% lactate milk from Publix about a month and a half ago. And I'm drinking it. The damn thing said, now I got to what it was January. And if you drink lactose free milk, you know that it goes on, a couple months. It doesn't spoil like that. So I go to drink it. I put it in my cereal, and I'm like, what is this? I was like, it's a cereal. But I said, the milk can't be. I mean, this thing says I got at least a month left. Woe to me, the milk is spoiled. So this is the thing that they are trying to not only curse ourselves, but corrupt ourselves with their food. That's why the Father has gotten us to the point where our bodies are different. we're starting to digest things quicker and get them out of our system. You know, we now taking herbs. We're getting back to the way we were, where we don't no longer trust these heathen doctors in their pharmacy. So we're coming to a complete. It's like that crossroads. The last time we came to these crossroads it did a whirly on us. We were like, we got to do this so we can earn a living. But this time when we come to the crossroads, we can cross the road with no issues because we're not corrupted by the cross of that road, because we're alive, not dead anymore. So all these things, the esoteric is a beautiful thing. People don't even understand what is going on. If they were smart, they'd be like, yo, we need to find these people that they say they're the remnant within the remnant. Because these people run around after these camps. What's that fella's name? Takari or something, Tekar, whatever. And then the other dude who what's his name?
I think it's Tazariak. I think.
Yeah.
Said it correctly.
Is that the dude that was talking to Earth?
Yeah, that's him, yeah.
Okay, yeah. This dude, he's so busy trying to debate everybody as if our Elohim is debatable, as if our blessing, Baraka, is debatable. There's no debating this. And he won't even he won't step to us to even ask any questions. So if he's who you're following, he's leading you astray. If JD Fang is who you following, he's leading you astray. If Trump is who you follow, he's leading you astray. Who else, Sly? Who else did you say?
Anybody not acknowledging the Holy Spirit for who she is.
That's right.
That's where I draw the line. As soon as I hear the Holy Spirit, I'm gone. I know I'm dealing with a fool.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I draw the line.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bar for me. As soon as I hear them blaspheme the Ruach, I know I'm dealing with a heathen, regardless of what they look like.
No, you're right about that. That's another telltale sign. That's why we know what we're dealing with. That's why we're starting to figure out a lot of things. The enlightenment, the light is coming on. Like, that's the thing. How can we be a light to the world if we don't hold the light? Like, what is this? We got to be lit, and if we're lit, darkness runs from it. So therefore, we're not going to be corrupted by them anymore, which we're not. We're not going to entertain them anymore or be entangled with them anymore, which we're not. We're not dealing with the ramifications of the heathens' nations, which we're not. And we're moving forward, not forward. So everything that's going on today, right now, this moment in time is for us. It's everything's for us to test. I know that you like chocolate. You see that chocolate bunny over there? What you gonna do with it? I can't eat that. I don't know what kind of chocolate it is. Whatever it is, the Father is taking the taste of all these things that used to be sweet to us away. We're not gonna want the sugar cane. We're not gonna want the milk. We're not gonna want the meat, because that wasn't what we're supposed to eat in the first place. We're going to be wanting the manna. The manna is going to taste so good. It's good. Like the word tastes so good now. And the word is a translated heathen artifact. And when we really get our word, when we really get the skinny, the nitty gritty, it's going to be better than any lamb, any ribeye, anything that you've ever eaten, burger and fries. It's going to be the best thing ever. Why? Because it's not going to be tainted by the heathen. That's the beautiful thing about us right now. Exactly. I take that back. We are working We are works-based people working for our incorruptibility. Go ahead, Al.
You're right. You're right, my brother. Sometimes I think, we actually don't know what real fruits and vegetables taste like. See, and they may taste delicious to us, but we've never ate fruit grown on land that's never been tainted. Water from an ecosystem that still doesn't have a nuclear reactor leaking in it. Where they take the waste of pigs
Can
and
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you crystal clear. Good?
Okay, well, you're going in and out.
Oh, they don't like that.
So bring it out, Ak. Bring it out. Go ahead. Take your time. Take your time and bring it out, Ak.
Ak, you know how I am. You know how the spirit gets on me. What was I saying?
You were saying about the meat, the food.
Exactly.
You're talking about.
Exactly. We've never had pure fruits and vegetables since we've been under these heathens' rule. Because it was prophesied that we would eat defiled bread amongst the Gentiles. They polluted the land that they farm on. There's radiation in the ocean that goes up into the atmosphere, which is in the ecosystem, which comes down right on the same crops that we eat. They take pig waste, they put it in the rivers. So we need our kingdom. So we can have perfect substance, manna from heaven.
Right.
And that's the whole thing with Christianity. They get to destroy everything and just escape.
Right.
I mean, you can't even do that in their justice system. They will lock you up.
Yep. You're right.
How many times have we seen these signs on the side of the road, $1,000 fine for dumping? But they'll mess up the Most High's creation, but they'll lock you up and charge you for doing something slightly that's not as bad. If I threw a mattress off my truck, that's 6 months in the county jail. But meanwhile, they're just dumping toxic waste everywhere for money. These people have got to go. These people are the biggest hypocrites that ever existed.
Ever. And their shame is covering them right now. Their shame is covering them. And they want that same shame to cover us. After they poisoned us, poisoned the land, poisoned the food. And that's why, again, the Father said, I'm bringing you down to the valley of judgment. There, I'm going to judge you for what you did to my people and my heritage, because, they took our heritage and divvied it up, gave it to the Muslims, gave it to the Buddhists, gave it to the Hindus, gave it to the Christians and such. And for defiling my lands. Might as well. Parting, defiling, changing the borders, changing the names. All that's got to be paid for. And they want Jebus of the whites to come back for what? To take them to the sky so they can go to heaven. But that's not in the Bible. But they don't care. What do we say today? What do we say? We said they said, that's not in the Bible, but oh my goodness, it just left me. It'll come back. It was something funny too, but yeah, the rapture's not in the Bible, but what were they saying that wasn't in the Bible for us? Because they're supposedly reading the same book, but somehow they got a rapture out of there. And we got,
salvation.
What was it?
It was Well, you know our conversations be so long throughout
I
the
know, bro. I can't remember. But anyway, I digress. That was just pretty funny. If it comes to us, we'll bring it back up. But yeah, that's the thing. Right now, we are no longer trying or dealing with or being corrupted. And that's the key. That's the whole key. That's why everybody out here in this chat and those that are around you, they're seeing the difference. And when we came up, we were like, I don't know, this might be hard. No, this isn't hard. This isn't difficult at all, because when you look at it from a incorruptible perspective, you can see how nasty the corruption is. It's filthy. And it's not necessary at the end of the day. It's just not necessary. Again, 9 to 5. Why? We got to go 9 to 5 to make money. Some of us, I know some of us are retired and they've done their 9 to 5, but some of us still got to go 9 to 5 so that we can make money for a heathen. Why? So that they can go run around the world in their boats, on their planes, in their cars, raping, pillaging, stealing, lying, cheating,
and eating people,
and raping little girls, little boys, and we're making money for them. See, that's the solicitation that we are under. We've been solicited to be corrupted because we have to earn a living. That's why it all has to go. The system has to go. It's all based on capitalism. And the Father will take that away from them. And that's when you're going to start seeing, when the money gets even funnier than it already is, that's when you're going to know that it's a wrap, a complete capitulation of the heathen nations. That's it. I mean, and you can see it coming. People ain't the same. The faces ain't the same. The beauty standards isn't the same. The strength isn't the same. The gym's not the same. The walk. I was telling Sly earlier this week. I was walking, like there's this long corridor that I gotta get to the work. So I'm walking and I'm dapping up every brother I see, because they were, for whatever reason, this morning, everybody's like, "Hey, what's up, brother? What's up? What's up?" I was like, "What's up? What's up?" And as I was doing that, I was looking at all of the white men around me, and they were looking down. They were looking down, and the brothers and I were looking up, making eye contact. And see, that's an exchange situation from the 90s. When everything and everyone, not everything and not everyone, but a lot of people were sitting around on crack looking at the ground. And so now you can see how the exchange is occurring. This is a psychological thing. That's a spiritual warfare. It's psychological. It's not, oh, well, they're going to bring wars and they're going to shoot up the place. No, they ain't shooting up the place. This ain't, what is it, the BC Boys. They ain't going to shoot up the place. This is about the spiritual warfare that's making these people lose face. They're losing their place. And that's a tough thing. I mean, remember, because we're back in remembrance as well, when we were losing face and losing our place, it didn't feel good. It wasn't good. That spiritual warfare has been on us for a long time. And that's even when we were separated. We're not even talking about 1492. We can go further back than that. When they were BC, the ancients, because we are the ancients. The ancients have been in their face the entire time. They've been oppressing the ancients. And now, we're ancient. The Greeks are ancient. The Romans are ancient. How? What have you built that was ancient? No ancient structures has your face on it. But somehow you ancient? The history does not prove you to be ancient. None of you. So, because you're not ancient and you've been mistreating diabolically, the ancients, what do you think's going to happen when your time is up? This is what it's about. It's about now we come back to our proper place, in our proper place, in our proper space, in the mindset that the Father has ordained, divinely ordained for us. And that's a beautiful thing. Oh, well, no, it's got to be about everybody. Everybody can get, I'm not giving my salvation up. I don't give a boop at all. I'm not doing it. I've sat around and had no salvation allowed, and these people sat around and just, poo-pooed on me. Looking at me like, oh, I can't believe that you can't get this. You can't do that. You should do this. You should do that. Oh, I mean, many a times, and I know people, we can all attest to this, especially in the 20th century, we would be in work, or even the first part of the 21st century, we'd be at work, we'd be helping, we'd be managing, we'd be teaching, we'd be showing, and these people would be getting, they all of a sudden become a manager over us. They all of a sudden, got 2 cars, and everybody was living in an apartment, and all of a sudden they got 2 cars, a house, a wife, 2 kids on the way, money in the bank. And you're like, well, wait, how did that happen? Oh, my inheritance. Oh, wait, you got an inheritance? Yeah, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my grandfather, my great-grandfather. And I'm going, well, damn, my people didn't leave me nothing. And what did that do at that time? Not now, but at that time, I was a little upset at my own people. Well, why didn't you do that? Why didn't you help me in my selfishness? But now I understand. The New Deal was a raw deal. It wasn't even a happy meal for us. So they couldn't do anything. They did everything that they could do to get us where we are today. And that's the gospel. That's the good news. That's the beauty, if I have to say so myself. That's the beauty of where we are. We can now see where we came from to where we are, and it's right on time. All praise to the Most High, right on time.
Due to the unjust rates, that's why the Most High has to plead for his people.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Joel 3, verses 1 and 2.
Come on.
For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, Yasharallah, and I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, Yasharallah, Yasharel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Now, this is Joel 3 in the KJV. But they don't tell you why the Most High is going to bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. This is why we read the additional text for clarity, first for wisdom, for clarity and understanding. So we are about to go to the Apocalypse of Ezra, chapter 3. Okay, here it is right here. And the prophet said, Most High, you know that I bear human flesh. And how can I count the stars of heaven and the sand of the sea? And the Most High said, O my elect prophet, no man will know that great day and the manifestation which prevails to judge the world. For your sake, O my prophet, I told you the day, but the hour I told you not. And the prophet said, Highest, tell me also the years. And the Most High said, if I see, now here's the point. If I see that the justice of the world has become abundant, I will be long suffering towards them. If not, I will stretch out my hand and I will grasp the inhabited world from its four corners, and I will gather them all together to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will wipe out the human race. The human race and the world will be no more. And the prophet said, "And how many will your right hand be glorified?" And the Most High said, "I will be glorified by my angels." The Most High is going to he's going to call all the nations to the valley of Jehoshaphat because his people have not received justice. That's
Mm-hmm.
what the word justice, it's nowhere in that New Testament
Mm-hmm.
at all.
Right.
Now,
Right.
how pushing a so-called savior figure, and there's no justice in the same book that you profess? Well, who is the justice for?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, who? It ain't for us.
Exactly. Exactly. Because Christianity clearly wasn't for us.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Yeah,
And
and all
still isn't. Still the most segregated institution today.
exactly. Exactly. And they love to say, oh, Christianity started in Africa. I don't see how. And the
Mm-hmm.
names they love to drop, Tertullian, and I did my research on him. He was one of the original. They never say his full name. Have you
Tell me.
noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
Let
Yep.
me get his full name because
Mm-hmm.
I did my research on him.
And then I want you to bring out the Barabbas part for duality.
Of course, I was when you said it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Love to bring out up Tertullian, but they never say his full name. His name was Quintus Septimius Florens Tertullianus. He was a Negro. He was a Blassel.
Mm-hmm.
He was Hellenized,
Right.
raised under Greek customs. So he did everything the white man, the heathen, taught him to do.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't going to give up his privilege. He was raised pretty comfortable. Listen to his name, Quintus Septimius Florens Tertullianus.
Quintins. Right there. Q.
Exactly.
Q. That's what we call him. Q.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So they
he's
try to act like he was some African, like some powerful African that brought out the gospel
mm-hmm.
from Africa. No, no, no. He was raised as a Grecian.
Yep.
Yeah, these Blassos have been around for a long time.
A long time. And we're just now able to see them. Well, after our last captivity, after they took us completely down and stole our heritage, now we're able to see them. And this is what the world fears, us seeing them. They've always seen us, always. Yeah, Paul was too, right? I mean, these people nowadays are lost in the sauce because they cannot see. What do we always say? That when the blindness, don't boast because the blindness of Israel. What's that? What's that? Paul? What do he say? What's that? 11:25 Romans. But that blindness had to go somewhere.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Now let's talk about Barabbas duality before we go further.
Okay, I'm gonna say it according to the heathen name. Barabbas is actually it's a title.
Mm-hmm.
His name was actually what they would call Jesus. Because if you actually read the books, if you read is it Sirach 1 and 1? They mention another Jesus, not Barabbas, another one. That would have been a common name back then.
Mm-hmm.
Like Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Those were common names. That's why in the beginning of the Old Testament, so-called, you see the duality. You see the two Enochs. You
Mm-hmm.
see the dual names.
Yep.
But they took that name out of the Bible because they knew that these Christians couldn't wrap their minds around someone like Barabbas having the same name as their idol.
Mm-hmm.
So they just took it out. But if you do the research, you can find that and look it up.
Yep.
So
Yep.
they hid the truth. They wrote it to create an agenda and manipulate the masses. That's why when we read all of the text, we depend on the Ruach to give us understanding. The days of saying what the Bible says without giving a reason or reasoning it out, that ended in the last age. Yeah,
Yep.
that's what that Blasso said on TikTok. Well, we don't always have to break it down.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You know, I'm not getting in the Most High's way. I'm not doing that. I'm just standing in my lot, and so's Brother Sly, so we all are, and letting the Most High's will be done. And doing so has proved to be very enriching, very peaceful, with much shalom. And now, it's time for us to regenerate. Again, we're going to regenerate again when the kingdom comes in. And that's why everybody's upset, because we're like, yo, we're just doing what we're supposed to do. We can't be in front of you, because that's all they've ever done. That's like Argentina. Argentina, they got rid of all the brothers. They kept the women, married them, had these light-skinned babies, and got rid of the men. Whenever they would do wars going against people, they would send all the brothers on the front line, let them go fight, and they die. So now Argentina's all white, and in the midst of all the brothers and sisters on Turtle Island South. But this is the stuff they don't tell nobody. This is the things that they want us to just dismiss. They want everybody to be a Christian, as if Christ has done anything for them. Now, in their mind, they'll say, you know what? Jesus has done this for me. Jesus has done that for me. But that was the Most High. So they blaspheme. Well, they dismiss and disregard the Most High, because they don't even give him his credit. They dismiss and blaspheme the Ruach HaKodesh by calling him a he, calling she a he. And they totally abominably dismiss our brother, because they want to call him all types of names: Jesus, Yeshua, Yoshua, y'all, you this and that, Yahushua, all these words, and not Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah, our brother. And nobody wants to acknowledge his people,
Northern
the
Kingdom.
12 tribes.
Exactly.
Nobody.
Exactly. You can hear the chants of the Northern Kingdom in the fourth part. Ah ha ha ya, ah ha ha ya, ya ha awa, ya ha awa. You can hear the name. You can hear the name. And actually, you can find poems with the name ancient. And I don't like to use the word Indian because I know it's a byword. But find Indian chants with the name Yahweh in it.
Mm-hmm. And you're right. Joshua, Yahshua, all that was common names. That's why we understand. And whenever you put the IE or she or Yahawashi on the end or something, it's always like what's it called? It's like a possessive. So it's a term of endearment. That's the word. It's a term of endearment. So all these people want to say, oh, his name's Joseph, his name is John, is Yuchanan. Listen, whatever you call him, just know who he is to his people. And as long as you say he's not Jebus of the whites, I guess you'll be all right. I don't know. I'm not concerned myself with that. I'm concerned myself with getting to the kingdom. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not really like the information, the times that we're in. It's about kingdom living. It's about, getting there and being there and staying there. All these heathens and these people want to talk about J's and Y's and U's and I's. Putin thoughts to me. I'm just trying to get to the kingdom. And that means that I gotta be righteous in me. And that's the thing. We got to maintain our own righteousness, our disentanglement. This is still a psychology for us. This is still a work in progress for us.
Exactly. But I know it's not the Jeepest of the whites.
I know that.
Because that would go against prophecy. If we were worshiping gods of wood and stone, we know what religion the majority of us came out of. So prophecy cuts that name right there.
Yep. And that's right, Larry. Jebus, because the letter J is not even that old, right? That's what I'm saying. These people are not ancient. That's the first thing that you have to, in order to disentangle yourself from all of their madness, you have to realize they are not ancient. Period. So if they're not ancient, then you can look at the information that they're bringing and say, oh, that's a revisionist. Oh, you stole this. Oh, you founded this. And then you can do your own research on it. But if you believe that they are ancient, then you're going to be way off. You're going to be polluted. You're going to be corrupted. And that's the whole thing. We are not to be corrupted. So therefore, you have to know who you are. Know who you are. Oh, well, I'm Yasharel. Okay, fine. But are you ancient Yasharel? Or are you just Yasharel? If you're ancient, then that means that you are prepared to do something because this will be your time to rise, time to rule. This is that's all it is. We are not out here harboring and laboring with fools. We just don't do that. You have to use common sense. You have to think critically because the heathens don't do either. And the heathen-minded, black-faced, white minds don't either.
Exactly. The ones with pale demons on their lips.
Oh my gracious. With a whole face on their forehead.
Exactly. The Most High is allowing us to see through the veil.
Yep.
The screenshot has exposed the demons on these people.
Yep.
Yeah, just start screenshotting a lot of these heathens.
Yep.
Especially these blastols, and you'll be shocked what you'll see on their skin. You'll see a whole bunch of demons on these people.
Like that dude Mitchell. That dude. He's dark, so you really can't see his demons, but the demons come out of him. Like when he's talking and getting all riled up, them demons is heavy on him. He's got a legion on him. And they go, oh, you just hating him. He speak the Bible. What? We're not talking about Bible. Bible? We all got a Bible, but are you reading the other books? Are you reading history? Are you
Exactly.
reading philosophy?
The odes, they're called the Holy Spirit she, even though that Negro sat there, that blasto sit up there and blaspheme the Holy Spirit and said the Holy Spirit is not a she.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, they are phallus worshippers. They love the 3 sausages.
Yeah, they do.
Yep.
That's their whole thing.
As above, so below, but no feminine energy any place. No wisdom any place.
But watch this. But they all trying to be feminine. Imagine that. All of these people hate the women, but want to be women, and yet they want to worship 3 men. That kind of makes sense, right? They're worshiping themselves. And they're all white men, mind you. Ain't no black men. They're not worshiping any black. So these are 3 white men in the heavens that they have vainly imagined and are worshiping. Think about that. That's why you can't even entertain Christian insanity. You cannot, nor Islamic madness. You can't do any of that, like none of this stuff. You've got to throw it all away. All it is them taking all our stuff and making it and decaying it so that they can hold it and say, no, this is what it is. This is what it is. Oh, you can't touch that. It's just like we all know now, the Shaolin monks, they were us. But they burnt down the original. So you gotta find pictures to show the original Shaolin monks on the walls were Negro. And they go, well, they were African. Well, they don't look African. The characteristics of the hair and the movement is not African. And even African ain't even ancient. And now it's funny. Now all I see is these people talking about Akalaban. And I'm like, so now you're going to go to a name that you're going to say that is ancient when you've been screaming Africa forever. But okay, if I'm coming back to remembrance, so are you. I get it. If that's what you want to call it, fine. But we're not that. I'm not an Akalaban. That's not who I am. And plus, Ham didn't say nothing about Akalaban. So you were either a Hamite, a Japhite, or a Shemite, period. And that's what everybody's having problems with because they want us to be Ham. They want these ish white people to be Shem. And somehow they want to do away with Japheth when he's dwelling in the tent of Shem.
Oh, they never talk about Japheth.
Never. There's only 3. You're either Japheth, Ham, or Shem. And mind you, Shem is the oldest, which would mean common sense, reasonable, logical, and rational, intuitive thinking. That would mean Shem has all the old lands. That means Shem is ancient. Shem's works are ancient. They all are ancient. But Shem's works are ancient because he had the best lands. How you going to build in the heat? You ain't.
On the cold.
Or the cold, you're not, right? So at the end of the day, they want us not to be who we are. They want us to covet something that's not ours, so to keep us in perpetual slavery, cursing ourselves. But duality, here's the Balaam effect. What happened in Balaam? Tell them.
Us cursing ourselves, trying to get him to curse ourselves.
And what happened when they tried to when he tried to get Balaam to curse us? What ultimately happened?
I'm still torn in that story. I'm still researching it.
All good, all good. Well, what happened at the end was that Balaam blessed, barakad Yasharel. So what's happening is we are being barakad, we're being blessed through them trying to curse us.
Exactly.
Yes, he would not curse us, but he ultimately blessed us, right? Right, Romy? I don't see you.
Yeah, she said yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she put he would not curse us.
Right. And that's the thing. Now we're in the midst of our barakaing. Yes, there you go. In the midst of it. And no curses unless we choose to curse ourselves will work. And that's a beautiful thing. Was that Japhet and Ham slaved the wrong people, Israelites? Yeah, okay, I get that. He baraka us, yes. Yes, and that's the thing. Hey, Tanja, ain't seen you in a minute. All praise to the Most High, yes. But that's the thing. Now we're being barakad, barakad, and that's a beautiful thing. So stay in the grace and righteousness and mercy on the right-hand side of our Father. And these people can't do nothing about it. What do you say? Well, that's right. That's right, Fair. You usually can't. When I'm looking at you and I already know who you are, there's no cursing me. There's none. There's none. No cursing me. I was just checking out some of the comments since I've been talking.
No enchantment against Jacob.
Mm-mm.
None.
That's right.
I'm checking out the comments also.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The other channel.
Yeah, I mean, I think that at the end of the day, I mean, look at where we've all come from. Look at where we are right now. I mean, as a group, as a collective, look at where we come from. In 2020? We're coming into 2026 in 6 years since 2020. That's gratefulness. And yeah, I want to give a shout out to Brother Big Levi for the music, his new music. You know, I played The Most High's Wrath early. I want to give him a shout out because, you know, that's what we do. And that brother is always on point on things. And his music was solid. Can't say that I've enjoyed all of it, but I haven't listened to all of it either. But the ones that I have, I've enjoyed it. So I wanted, you know, if you didn't know what that song was, that was Wrath on Levi's new album. And yeah, you know, this is how we do each other. We, you know, and then one of the last things I'm gonna talk about is all of this delineation stuff. Delineation, by its definition, is separation. Separation from our perspective, from a Israelite Yasharel perspective, is sanctification. And that is what our Father is doing. That's what he's doing. Yes, happy Jubilees. That's right. That's right. It is the jam. That's right. And it is our Jubilee. And yes, the planetary alignment, all of this stuff is coming into frame for us. And, you know, we are esoteric people. True Yasharel are esoteric people. We're not exoteric. We're not bound by the ground that we stand on. We are esoteric. We fly, we walk, we swim, you know? So just remember that this is about you. This is about me. This is about us. And as the heathen starts to fuss and cry and bitch and moan, let them alone. Let them alone. You know what I'm saying? Let them alone. All right, 10:30. What are we? 2:19. So you wanna bring some more stuff forward?
See, I really don't have anything. What time is it? 10:32. I think the point's been made through the Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we always make the points through the Spirit. You know.
Mm-hmm. I want to see. Did you do Joel 3?
Oh, you know I had to do that one out. Yeah.
You did 3:9 through 17?
No, I did Joel 3, if I'm correct, verses 1 and 2, and lined that up with the book of Ezra.
Okay.
I mean, correct.
Finish that up with 9 through 17 for us.
Okay. Give me a second. Because once I bring it out, I close it out.
I know.
Say
Joel 3, 9 through 17.
No problem. Get that real quick. Joel 3.
Because this Joel 3, where to go? 9, yeah. This is the proclamation, declaration that we're proclaiming right now. Go ahead and do that.
Joel 3, 9. 17.
Yep.
Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down most high. Let the heathen be awakened. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Most High is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. The Most High also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Yasharallah, Zion, and the heavens and the earth shall shake, but the Most High will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Yasharallah. So shall ye know that I am the Most High, your power, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Yasharel be holy, and there shall be no strangers pass through her anymore. I just read the similar thing in Enoch, and I closed it out because I didn't think we was going to go there. It gives more clarification.
You want to read it? You get to it.
I already closed it out because I didn't think we was going to go there. He was like, "Go here real quick."
I know, because that was a declaration. That was the declaration of where we are for our nation right now. Prepare ye war.
Yeah, because when I was reading, I was like, I just read that, but it wasn't in the Bible. It was in the pseudepigrapha. That's why reading the additional texts are so crucial. They give more wisdom. And anybody telling you not to read other books, be leery.
Very.
But we know they have to stand in their lot. They're not allowed to read other books. They aren't worthy to read the other books. That's why they won't touch 2 Ezra 14, 42 through 47, because they're not allowed to. The Most High won't allow them to. They have to stand in their lot.
Yep. And then, from there, while Sly's getting that, I think what everybody should begin to read, this is just a thought. This ain't me saying this is what you got to do. This isn't a homework. But I think everyone should begin to really read, especially Friday nights. Friday night, right at dusk. No, did I say that right? Right, yes, right at dusk, and Saturday night, right at dusk. Obadiah. Just start reading it and reading it loudly, not, reading it in your head. Nope, read it loudly. And at night to day to night, each day, Friday and Saturday, and begin to usher in the strength of the beat down that now, fair use, beat down that cometh this way. That's my thoughts on it. That's what the Spirit has been telling me to do. So I just wanted to put that out there, because Obadiah is, we all know what Obadiah is doing. So, that's just a thought.
I'm looking for it. I have so many notes, bro.
No, I know. Take your time, Mark. Take your time. Take your time. It's all good. Yeah. But that's something that I just think that would push, would strengthen, edify, and push you to the top. Because remember, we're moving to the top. And that top is going to be something else. The vantage point at the top, we're going to be able to see everything beneath us and know that we will never go back to the bottom for the reasons that we see, because of the madness that surrounds us. And we don't want to be like that. We're not entertaining that anymore. So that's just something I thought about. Yeah, and Mama T, Joel is good too. That's another one. I'm just saying if we start doing these things, like, think about what we've been doing. We've been doing things as a collective for a year now, really hardcore, like, especially manifesting, being the head again. And look at where we are. I keep saying that because we always got to self-reflect, right? And as we self-reflect, we get to self-convict. And as we self-convict, we get to self-correct. And now as we move forward on the right-hand side of the Father, it becomes so much easier to be grateful, because we got to remember to be grateful. And that remembrance that we begin to remember of our regeneration of the past and our predestination of the future, it brings it all together. So that as a unit, as a collective, we we build our nation. Because that's how nation building is. But a lot of people, especially heathens, but other people call themselves Yasharel, or I should say they call themselves Israel. They do it from an outward appearance. And the outward appearance is what gets them trapped or ensnared every time. When we do something, we're doing it inwardly. And that inward motion, that inward action gets the outward to be perfect. Again, yes, we're seeking perfection to get into the kingdom. I mean, you can't be, I'm just imperfect. I'm coming as I am. Open these doors. No. The cherubim will be destroying you. That's what that ain't, Jesus is going to be there to say, come on in, brown hair, blue-eyed, stringy haired, Greek gear, sandal, Jeebus is going to be there to say, come on in as you are. No, that's the narrative of the heathen. And their narrative has no bearing on anything that we say or anything that we do. So, we now have to start doing these things loudly as well. Loudly. Scriptures declaring our sovereignty loudly in the air. That's what I mean by that. All praise to the Most High. Right. So we are bringing our spirit. Lillian, right. We are bringing our spirit, because our spirit collectively makes our makes our Elohim happy. When my people, that's a collective, right? He didn't say when one of my people. No, he didn't say that. When my people collectively cry out for what? For what? Justice. I will hear them. Because we never cried out for justice before. We were crying out for, like Peter Tosh, equal rights and justice. No. We were crying out for integration and justice. No. We were crying out for, peace. No. When my people cry out for justice, because they left the justice out. When my people cry out for justice, then I will hear them. I will turn my face to them, and then I will judge the nations. And they go, oh, that's not in the book. Yes, it is. It's what you took out of the book. Well, how do you know that? Because we're brought back to remembrance, because our scrolls are in us. So now things have to make sense. And we can put things together for them to make sense for our benefit. See, they put things together for their benefit. We've got to redact their madness, flip it, and bring it back to us for our benefit. Oh, you got what is it? Oh, you taking away and adding to? No, you've already done that. You've already done that.
They love that scripture like that. See, that used to be their witchcraft. Now you've already done that already.
Mm-hmm.
By making the comforter a he, you've done that already.
Yep.
I'm still looking for Ak. I cannot recall where I seen it at.
All good. Why don't you just read Obadiah for us, Ak, and send us out?
Okay, let's go to Obadiah.
There you go.
No problem.
That's right, Romy. How long? Way too long. But again, this is his will. So we're coming together right on time. His time is not our time. It seems long to us. So it's really, how long have we waited to see the Most High's face? Way too long. But he's, it was just yesterday for him. Maybe just 20 minutes ago for him that all this occurred. So yeah, you're right. You're right though. Yes, JT. Oh, brother JT Freeze. Okay. JT, yes, peace will only come with exactly.
Brother
you can't have peace without justice. That's right.
Shalom, Mark. Yeah, that an outstanding lesson on the spirit being she, and they sent the demons to attack him too.
Mm-hmm. Brother Slide's talking about JT Freeze. Check out his channel. Mm-hmm.
We're about to read the book of Obadiah, the vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Most High concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Most High, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest amongst the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Most High. If these come to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would thee not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Just give me 1 second. And all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee unto the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. That's 83.
Mhm.
That just dawned on me. All the men of thy confederacy is 83.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Verse, shall I not in that day, saith the Most High, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Yasharel, even thou was as one of them. But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother, in the day he became a stranger, neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction, neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. I'm reading 13 again. Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people. That didn't happen in Africa, and that didn't happen in Israel. That
Mm-hmm.
happened in the fourth part.
That's right. The
Verse,
gates
the
of
gate.
his people.
See,
Mhm.
this is why they won't touch history.
Mm-hmm. And wait, real quick. What was the gates? Where were the gates? You got the Gulf of Mexico, a gate, right? The mouth, the mouth of the Nile, the Mississippi, and you got the Caribbean gate going into the other side. The mount, that peninsula of Florida is gates. These are gates coming into the land. But go ahead.
Verse 14. Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. For the day of the Most High is near upon all the heathen, and thou hast done. It shall be done unto you. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not had been. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Most High have spoken it. And they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, and they of the plain the Philistines, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim and the fields of Samaria, and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. And the captivity of this host of the children of Yasharel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath, and the captivity of Yasharel, which is in Sepharad. Am I saying that correctly? Sepharad,
Which
verse 12.
Zarephath?
Yes. Shall possess the cities of the south and saviors. And this is for the person that always like to say that was in the chat. I hope you're still listening. The Most High has always used saviors to deliver his people. And saviors shall come up from Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Most High's.
Mm-hmm. All praises to the Most High.
All praises.
Mm-hmm. Selah, indeed. Yes. And while Brother Sly was reading, I see that everybody's understanding the gates. That's right. Now you understand. Yes. There's the Ellis Isle Gate, the Bering Strait Gate, Caribbean Gate, the what they call Mexican Gate. And I'm sure the other, because remember, Canada, Greenland, that's all ours too. So those are gates as well. So all the gates of his people, his land. That's why everybody's upset at us taking a stand.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Exactly. And not going along with the Pan-African so-called Middle Eastern narrative.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. So anything else you want to say, Sly? All 12 gates, right, bro?
I'm good. I'm good.
I think I am too. And by the looks of the chat and information, yes, Caribbean Gate is very important. Yes, all the gates are important. But by the looks of the chat, the knowledge that the chat is bringing out, wow, we could go on forever, but we can't do that. We can't do that. But yes, all praises. And Baruch Hashem, Brother Sly, Baruch Hashem, the Mishpachah. Thanks for coming out, supporting us. Thanks for bringing information and edification to the nation. We do appreciate you guys very much. And we'll see you in the kingdom if we don't see you sooner. All praises to the Most High. Let's let me get some music roaring. I'm gonna do this is to brother Levi. We're gonna end with Gratefulness off his new album. All praises to the Most High.
Zion, Zion, Zion. Hey yo, Ren, turn that up. Only a few of us gonna make it out. Zion, Zion, only a remnant, 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 only a remnant. When is my people gonna learn? If you don't come back, you can burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people to return. Only a remnant, 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 only a remnant. When is my people gonna learn? If you don't come back, you can burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people to return. Only a remnant. We at the end and we feeling it. We the sand of the sea, but a remnant. Should return to the word when they hearing it. We the sons of Israel. Our word will never fail. Baptizing in Jacob's well. Holy Spirit ain't playing for real. When you get protected, he's sending them plagues. I'm trying to make sure that he's sending rain. All in my life, all in my head, all in my walk, all in my legs. You don't got that blood, you walking dead. Walk as he walk, we should live what it say. Only a remnant gonna be spared. Only a remnant gonna be spared. Abba gon' get us out of these countries. Abba son, let me see who really want me. Forsaking our houses, forsaking our money. We got that signal from heaven, he coming. Drinking his cup, nobody running. Flesh getting weak, but the spirit is gunning. We see the prophecy, we know he coming. We see the prophecy, we know he coming. But it's only a remnant, 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 only a remnant. When is my people gonna learn? If you don't come back, you can burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people to return. Only a remnant, 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 only a remnant. When is my people gonna learn? If you don't come back, you can burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people to return. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's how my heart hurts for you. And the son, he died for you. Yes, it's true, yes, it's true. You didn't have no clue. That's because nobody told you. They couldn't afford to. Cause you monkey like you Goku. It ain't like nobody owed you. We broke the law and they sold you. We did this all to ourselves, Jacob. Now it's the time that you know the truth. You don't know you so special. You don't even see what's next, though. So we cry, cry, cry. Only remnants gonna make it out of here alive. Please repent, my people, cause we at the end of time. Only a remnant, 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 only a remnant. When is my people gonna learn? If you don't come back, you can burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people to return. Only a remnant, 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 only a remnant. When is my people gonna learn? If you don't come back, you can burn. We take up the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people to return. It's time for my people to return. Whoa, 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 Almighty, 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 Creator, His blood inside me. We know that it works. Almighty, 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 Creator of His blood inside me, inside me, inside me. We know that He will, that He will, that He will. Who shall we fear? We got omnipotent, Almighty Father, the Father of Abraham, the Father of Isaac and Jacob, the Almighty. Why would we play with? He sent His Son for the nation, the covenant back in our faces. God, He with us, don't care what we face. Where else we gon' go? We gon' trust in His word. Stay on that narrow, don't trust in no turns. Eyes to the east, everybody gon' learn. Put where your sins are, they all about to burn. Past overcoming, got His blood on me. Unforgiveness had to go, I got the love on me. I didn't leave, I got the peace, I got the dove on me. See the kingdom of Yah, I got above on me. Almighty, 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 Creator of His blood inside me, inside me, inside me. We know that He will, that He will, that He will. Scattered for many years, now we back. Mind been renewed from this world, we detached. The judgment is coming by His will, that's a slap. The wilderness is coming by His hand, that's a fact. The ark of the covenant, I be willing, that's a spot. Where He gon' get us? It was prophesied in the land you was sold by His blood, you gon' rise, you gon' rise. Babylon falling, it all gon' go wrong. Keep them commandments, we tryna go home. Before you serve me, go serve Him on that throne. Walk as He walk, I'ma walk, I'm a clone. Where He gon' get us? Keep commandments, He gon' fight for us. I'ma see out here the light for us. Ram on, blow the right note. Almighty, 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 Creator of His blood inside me, inside me, inside me. We know that He will, that He will, that He will. Almighty, 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 Creator of His blood inside me, inside me, inside me. We know that He will, that He will, that He will. Almighty, 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 Creator of His blood inside me, inside me, inside me. We know that He will, that He will, that He will. Almighty, Almighty.